Bill DeFoi with News Junkies, and we're at the Juneteenth celebration out at Plaza Park in the city of Oxnard. And visiting with me right now is Eric Hicks, and he has written a novel about the Buffalo Soldiers. So tell us a little bit about the book.
I wrote the book on the Buffalo Soldiers because our tale has never really been told in the United States. A lot of our history has been uncovered and hidden, and now is time for our history to come out in America to let everybody know what American history was really all about. And I wrote the book on the Buffalo Soldiers, the 9th Cavalry, rescuing the 7th Cavalry.
Now this is a fictional work, right?
It's fictional based upon true history.
Now tell us a little bit about what's in the story in the rescue of Pine Ridge.
We have the Buffalo Soldiers being recognized by the Congressional Act in 1866 to the rescue of the 7th Cavalry by the 9th Cavalry Buffalo Soldiers in 1891. 26 years of 9th Cavalry history.
Now you're out here at Plaza Park with this reenactment. Do you go all over Southern California to do these reenactments?
I go all over the United States.
All right, so people that are interested in reading The Rescue at Pine Ridge, how would they go about getting the book?
You can go on Amazon or Barnes & Noble. Go visit your Barnes & Noble store, and you can order from Barnes & Noble or Amazon.
Excellent. Eric, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome, and it's proud to be here with the 10th Cavalry H Troop who invited me here.
All right, very good. We're going to continue on with our coverage out here at the Juneteenth Festival at Plaza Park in downtown Oxnard. I'm Bill DeFoi, and we're back out here at the Juneteenth Festival at Plaza Park in downtown Oxnard, and we're at the Buffalo Soldiers reenactment camp. I've got three very lovely young ladies here visiting with me, and over here to my far right is Amanda, and who do we have down over here?
Melina.
Melina and?
I'm Deborah.
And Deborah, okay. So we're going to start with Amanda over here. And Amanda, tell us a little bit about your costume. Looks like we're at a traditional afternoon tea.
And yes, that's why we are dressed this way. We're dressed to participate in the afternoon tea. And each of us from the Women of West portray a specific character. And the character that I'm portraying today is Mary Ellen Pleasant. And she was an individual who was a pioneer in the civil rights movements for the state of California. She was the first African-American female who sued a rail car company for not allowing blacks to ride on the rail car.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Amanda. Now we got Melina over here. Melina, tell us a little bit about the costume that you have and who you're representing.
Well, I'm representing Elizabeth Keckley. She was the dressmaker for Mary Todd Lincoln, President Lincoln's wife. And they became very good friends, and of course she was a fabulous dressmaker, so that's why Mary Todd Lincoln wanted her to make her dresses.
All right, and finally I'm going to talk with Deborah here a little bit. Deborah, talk a little bit about the costume you're wearing and who you represent.
I really don't want to call it a costume.
All right, well, let's not call it a costume. Let's call it a beautiful dress.
Okay. I really want to call it wearing those clothes to represent our past. And the uniform that we're wearing, the clothing that we're wearing, are as accurate as we can make them in the 21st century to represent the 19th century. Today, I'm representing Rebecca Lee Davis Crumpler. Rebecca Lee Davis was the very first African-American MD in these United States. She graduated from the New England Female Medical College, which is now Boston University, in 1864. 1864, not 19. In 1864, as you know, the Civil War was still going on. So we have the first and the last African-American woman who was a medical doctor, who earned the degree of medical doctor. And I want to represent her with my costume.
Well, thank you very much, Deborah. Now, tell us, I'll go back down here to Amanda. Amanda, how long have you been out here doing this, doing the reenactments? How long have you been involved with them?
I think I've been the newest individual that joined the group, and I've been doing this, and it's only been about a year. that I've been participating in this capacity with the Women of the West.
And Melina, what about you?
Well, I've actually been doing reenactments for approximately, 10 years now, 12 years now. Time goes so quickly. It's been a while. Wow.
All right. And Deborah, what about you? How long have you been doing the reenactments with the Buffalo Soldiers?
I've been doing it for a good 5 years, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been enjoyable.
Well, ladies, I thank you very much for inviting me to your afternoon tea, and enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
Thank you.
And we're going to be continuing our coverage right here on News Junkies from Plaza Park in downtown Oxnard. I'm Bill DeFoi. We're continuing our coverage out here at Plaza Park in downtown Oxnard for the Juneteenth Festival. And joining me right now from the Black Cowboys of the West, I have Roosevelt on one side, Alton on the other side, and we're going to talk to Roosevelt first. Welcome out here to Oxnard. Tell us a little bit about your organization.
Thank you. We were representing the Black Cowboys of the golden period in the 1800s, 1865 through the 90s, 1890s, and we're just trying to educate all the young people about the West and the cowboys and what they did, cattle drives and what have you.
Now, how did you get involved with the organization?
Well, I've always been interested in the cowboys. Coming up as a kid, living in Santa Barbara, I always wanted to be a cowboy. So as I got older, I wandered into it, and here I am.
Well, here you are. And did you, before joining this organization, do any kind of research about the Black Cowboys of the Old West?
As we went along, yeah, we got into it, a little bit more and more. Found out about it. We got into horses, got a couple of horses and stuff. So it just came natural, It was great. It still is. Yeah, we're just having a nice time doing what we do.
All right, so what has been the most interesting fact that you have discovered as you have researched the Black Cowboys of the Old West?
Well, the most interesting thing that I discovered is so many people that didn't know about it, didn't know that we were there. And that was kind of surprising in a way. Of course, coming up, we didn't have any black cowboys in the movies, so I can understand why a lot of people are like that. I was that way myself.
All right. Well, let's talk to Alton over here. Alton, good to have you with us.
Thank you.
Tell us about your involvement with the Black Cowboys of the Old West, and how did you get started?
Well, I got started a long time ago with horses, and I used to run a ranch in Half Moon Bay. And there were about 350 horses there, and I had to take care of the place down there. And I used to ride horses a lot, and we do a lot of team penning. It was a fun with us, down in San Jose. And then all the years, I trained people how to ride horses and stuff like that, and I broke people's horses and trained them. And I enjoy riding horses. I have two now on my own, so we ride in the Fiesta Parade every year in Santa Barbara. So I wish everyone would come out and see us.
Wow, that is really impressive. And, I was telling you guys before we started that, about once every 4 to 6 weeks, I have the privilege of working on a miniature ranch horse farm. Really something else.
Well, my horses are like 16 and 16 too. I like tall, big horses because I'm tall, I got long legs. So little horses like that would probably drag the ground, But being around horses it's a good therapy and thing for people, It's nice for kids and stuff like that. And I wish a lot of kids could get involved with horses because it really keep you out of trouble and stuff like that if they could. We used to do a lot of camp out at Woodward. We used to take a lot of kids to camp out and let them ride horses. And then they bring around the stables and let them clean the stall for a ride. And it was fun because they never been on a horse and no more than looking at television.
Well, I've done the cleaning of the corrals, and you have to shovel what.
Yeah, it gets kind of heavy and thick sometimes, especially when it rains.
That's very, very true. Now, I was asking Roosevelt, I'm going to ask you the same thing. In your study and in your getting involved with the Black Cowboys of the Old West, what was the most important or the most interesting takeaway in your research?
And our research was, we used to go to Narco, called Sing, Act, and Shooting. and everyone would dress up in Puritan clothes. So we started dressing the same way and riding our horses that way. And so every time they have an event, just how we would dress up when we go there. Other than that, we just put on a pair of Wrangler jeans and go out and ride, you know. But to do a lot of activities around horses and stuff, a lot of people that we met, you know, it's really fun to us, you know. Even Bill Pickett rodeos, you know, we used to go to see them all the time, you know. It's really fun. I like for people to get more involved into it, you know. Maybe we'd like to have one around here someplace if we could. That'd be better.
That would be very true. Alton and Roosevelt, I thank you both for joining us here this afternoon, and we're going to continue on with our coverage right here at the Juneteenth Festival at Plaza Park in downtown Oxnard.